So, you're thinking about dropping serious cash on the Apple Studio Display XDR, and honestly, I get it. It's one of those, do I really need this, purchases that can either feel like a dream setup or a regret in 6 months. I've talked to a few editors and designers who've lived with it for a while, and the real question isn't just whether it's good, it's whether it's right for what you actually do every day. If you're on the fence, the link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Look, if you're doing color-critical work, think photo editing, video grading, or even high-end UI design, this display is built to handle it. The 5K Retina XDR panel isn't just bright, it's consistently bright, with mini LED backlighting that uses 2304 dimming zones. That means deep blacks next to bright highlights without the ugly glow you sometimes see on cheaper HDR screens. I've seen editors use it for grading HDR footage, and they say it's the first time they didn't have to second-guess their monitor. The color accuracy is legit too, it covers both P3 and Adobe RGB, so if you're working in print or digital media, you're not guessing whether your colors will hold up when printed or viewed on other devices. But here's the catch, this isn't a plug-and-play monitor. If you're used to just plugging in a display and calling it a day, the Studio Display has some quirks. It's designed to work best with a Mac, especially if you want to use the center stage camera or the spatial audio from those 6 speakers. If you're on Windows or Linux, you'll lose a lot of the smart features, and honestly, the value drops pretty quickly. Even on a Mac, the stand is fixed in a way that might frustrate you if you like to constantly adjust your screen angle. It tilts and raises, sure, but it's not as fluid as something like a monitor arm setup. If you're someone who moves your display around a lot, this might feel restrictive after a while. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the price. At this tier, you're not just paying for the screen, you're paying for the ecosystem. The Studio Display is $1,599, and that's before you consider whether you actually need the XDR version. If you're not doing professional work, the regular Studio Display, without the XDR panel, might be more than enough. But if you are doing color-critical work or you just want the best possible image quality for your money, the XDR version holds its value. I've seen people resell these after a couple of years and still get close to what they paid, which isn't always the case with tech. One thing that surprised me was how well the speakers work. I expected them to be gimmicky, but they're actually pretty good for a monitor. The 4 force-canceling woofers give you real bass, and the spatial audio makes it feel like you're listening to something bigger than a single display. If you're in a small office or a home studio, it's a nice bonus that saves you from buying separate speakers. The 12MP center stage camera is also a standout, it's not just for video calls. If you're streaming or recording tutorials, the automatic framing and crisp detail make a real difference. But let's be real, this isn't for everyone. If you're a gamer, the 120Hz refresh rate is great, but the lack of HDMI or DisplayPort inputs means you're locked into Thunderbolt. That's fine if you're on a Mac, but if you're gaming on a PC, you'll need an adapter, and that adds cost and potential latency. Also, the glossy Nano-Texture glass, while great for reducing reflections, can be a fingerprint magnet. If you're someone who touches their screen a lot, you'll be cleaning it constantly. So, who should buy this? If you're a creative professional who needs accurate color, high brightness, and a display that won't let you down, this is a solid investment. If you're a power user who wants a premium monitor for general use and you're already in the Apple ecosystem, it's still a great choice. But if you're on a budget, or you need flexibility in mounting and connectivity, you might want to look elsewhere. At the end of the day, the Apple Studio Display XDR is a premium product for premium needs. It's not the most versatile monitor out there, but when it fits your workflow, it's hard to beat. If you think this is the right fit for you, check out the link in the description to see the latest price and details.